Well, so this is a somewhat recent trash find. I found this Shark Ion stick vac. Here's the stick with the power nozzle. And we're going to go over it and have a look at it. Surprisingly, it came with 3 batteries. All 3 appear to hold a charge. I don't know, honestly, the actual health of them. I just know that they hold some sort of charge. And I just used this one for a little bit, for a couple minutes, and there's no decrease in bars or anything. But it came with 2 chargers, 3 batteries. We're just going to move these out of the way. Put this back in just for the video. It just goes in just like that. And then power on. Decent amount of suction, but it's in need of a cleaning, kind of a small breakdown. Overall, it's in decent shape considering that it is a Shark, and I believe it is about 7 years old or something like that, 6 or 7 years old. I'll go ahead and pull this off. I've already verified that there are no clogs at all in the machine, so that's good. It's kind of a funky design, but we'll look over this hose. This is good. A lot of the time, these kind of Tygon rubberized hoses with the wires going through them, sometimes they'll crack and separate along these ribs on other vacuums, so it's good to check those. You also have one of those hoses down here as well, which ostensibly is going to have a lot of the same issues, but we can't really get to it without taking the whole power nozzle apart. So we'll do that later in the video. Just to show you guys what's going on here, we just have a bunch of hair buildup. Typical Shark wheels that have this nozzle's pretty much right at the point where you should probably replace it or the entire vacuum. That's likely what the owner did. We're gonna take this thing apart and see just what about's going on with it. I did do a little bit of testing. This will be easy enough to clean out. And on this model, I believe you just have this one filter that's up here, and you just pull it out just like that. This thing is walk, but until then, we're gonna see if we can clean this out. Yep. Blow this out with my air hose. Blow this off as well. All right, so the body itself is done. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. So see how they do this. Looks like that's all it is, just to access the brush roll. So we'll clean that off. Pull the front roller out. And then we got a bunch of crap to clean out. Unfortunately, this is really common with these Shark vacuums. And they make it so that you can't really remove these roller brushes without disassembling the whole body of the thing. Which isn't necessarily difficult, but for your regular lay person. We'll pop these wheels out first because they definitely need to be cleaned up. And this is what happens to them people never bothered to do that, and they just get full of crap. But unfortunately, the rubberized tread, so to speak, on these does wear out. There really is no way to replace that. I don't know if you can get new ones of these on Amazon. Sometimes there is a good amount of aftermarket support that Shark does not provide for their own machines, so occasionally you can get lucky. So this one, you can't even pop out. You have to disassemble the whole body. So we'll go ahead and do that. Not a big deal. Now, on this particular power nozzle, it's a Torx T20 screw with the security bit. That's the one that's got the hole right in the middle of it, otherwise known as a star bit. And that's what you're going to use to take this apart. Link is in the description for a set of these if you desire to purchase some. This is the fun part. And by the way, Shark does like to hide screws. So we might have another screw that's hiding around somewhere. I'm not seeing one. So let's see if that's all we need to pull this top off. I bet you there's one right behind this. Sure enough, got one here, one on the other side. We'll pop this one out too. And of course that one broke off because why wouldn't it? Always. Oh, look at that. Guess I could have just popped the side off there. And that's why these things fail. Designed to fail from the factory. Well, so here is the unfortunate fact of why Shark vacuums are such just poor recommendations for anybody. So these wheels, obviously you can't buy them separate. So you got to buy the whole nozzle. Well, this vacuum's not that old. It's only like 6 years old or so. But Shark doesn't have this power nozzle available anymore. Now, you can still get a power nozzle for an IonFlex, but it's just slightly different. The mounting's different. I suppose you could probably get creative and reverse engineer, backdoor some way to make the guts of this one work on the guts of a new one and kind of swap some things around, but most people aren't going to do that. And honestly, I don't even want to do it because it's really not worth it. But that's just the unfortunate fact of these Shark vacuums and Shark products is they work great for 4 or 5 years, maybe 6. And after that, they just wear out. And then once they wear out, Shark no longer supports them. You spent who knows how much money on one of these new with a complement of extra batteries and a charger for it, only for it to just stop working the same 5 years later or so. And then, you know, you're basically done and get a new vacuum. It's not to say that Dysons are much better, but the aftermarket has definitely answered the call a lot better with Dyson stick vacuums for some reason. than they have for sharks. You can get, you know, maintenance items, the filter, the whole pieces like this, accessories, but as far as like actual parts and this power nozzle, it's no longer available. So it's unfortunate, but we can't really go much further with this. I will go ahead and take it apart and show you all the remainder on how to take this thing apart. That way, those of you that'll have some sort of benefit out of this, we're not going to spend, even if I was to find a new one of these, they run about $90 when they were in stock. And it's just not worth it. So we'll continue with the teardown of this. And that just pops off, that one screw. And it's interesting, you got one belt here, and then you have another belt over here. Really weird design. So let's see if that's all that was needed. I think it was. Now we have access to the rest of it, but we still have to continue tearing this thing apart in order to get the brush roll removed. And it looks like there's 2 screws there, no screws here. So the removal appears to be that you just remove these 2 screws. Thankfully they're the same size. Here, try and remove this belt. Looks like that's all there is to it. And you just slide this thing out. It's very obvious they do not want you anywhere near this thing. And you can even tell, yeah, this thing it's done. What ends up happening on all sharks, really all vacuums, is all this hair and stuff will get behind here, clog up the bearings. And you can see this thing, that one spins all right. It's not bad, not great, but it still spins. This one does not spin hardly at all. It'll move, but there is likely a ton of hair and buildup and debris behind here that even if we did get this thing working and let's say I got it all put back together, the wheels are fine, but the brush roll, leave it the way it is, that's going to put a lot of undue stress and strain on the motor. It's going to cause your motor to heat up. Eventually, this will wear out, stop working. You might even blow a fuse or something inside here somewhere. And yeah, hopefully what little bit I was able to do here today helps some of you guys out who are looking to try and fix or repair one of these or keep them working. But the real unfortunate thing is if you have really too much wrong with these, you're just better off buying a new vacuum. And if you have to go with a stick product, I recommend going with a Dyson instead. You can get great deals on refurbished ones off of their website and eBay. You know, your mileage may vary, but I can't recommend these Shark products just because of the way that. One thing I do want to share with you all before I cut out the end of the video, if you have regular Shark attachments, they do appear to work with this thing. So I can continue using the body and the flex part out here in the shop for various different things. So it's not completely going to waste. It's just not worth buying a new head for it. Planned obsolescence is definitely a thing with this brand. So hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Definitely be some more vac vids on the way.